Hello guys, welcome back to another streaming movie review, and today we are reviewing Ricky Stanicky. Oh Mickey, you're so fine, you blew my mind. Hey Ricky, Stanicky, do. Yes. God's sake, I don't know what's going on today. Anyways, Ricky Stanicky is a new Amazon Prime Video movie, and it is starring Zac Efron and John Cena. Of course, comedy. This is a comedy film, but I will say it has a lot of good moments in there, and it was very enjoyable. When you say the plot out loud, I actually said it to a friend, like when you say the plot out loud, it actually sounds really good. So basically, Zac Efron and his friends are like, the movie starts with those as like young kids, and they basically, so Zac Efron's playing Dean, Jermaine Fowler's playing Wes, and Andrew Santino is playing JT. Now, I didn't know who any of these people are, like the other two, Jermaine and Andrew. I didn't know who they were, but yeah, obviously they've spent the budget on Zac Efron and John Cena. So basically, Dean, Wes, and JT are young kids, and they want to play a prank on somebody who's not very nice in the neighborhood or whatever, and they decide to set a bag of dog poo on fire on their thing. In the end, it basically sets the house on fire, and they're like, we need to blame it on someone. So they blame it on Ricky Stanicky, and that then paves the way over the rest of their like 10 years or whatever, well, even longer than that. They basically have this imaginary friend that is Ricky Stanicky, and they're basically blaming him for absolutely everything. So yeah, it's one of those, to the levels that he has an Instagram account. They have wives at this point now, and all the wives are like following him, like, oh my god, Ricky's so amazing, like he goes to like Africa and helps people and blah 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 blah. And yeah, anyways, the lie eventually catches up with them. I believe it's JT, he and his wife are having like a party for the baby. Turns out Ricky is in the city because Wes has mentioned that he's in the city, and even though he's not in the city, but he wants, they use it as an excuse to like get off certain family events, which, you know, as a guy I would understand. So in the end, they pay an actor to be Ricky Stanicky in that scenario and pretend to be their friends, and that's John Cena. So he turns up, he's Ricky Stanicky, and he's originally playing Rod, who's the actor obviously, and Rod comes in, gets his Bible given to him from all the guys of all the things Ricky has done over the years, studies that, and all of a sudden becomes Ricky Stanicky, like literally becomes Ricky Stanicky by the end. As you say, when you say it like that, I think it sounds pretty good. Pretty cool concept, very different and very similar to things that we've seen before in both senses. But yeah, I actually thought it was fab. I actually really enjoyed it. Zac Efron, I thought, was playing quite a really chaotic character at times, you know, and I feel like he was a bit all over the place at some points. But I feel like for me, John Cena just stole the show in this. It was I think he was kind of playing his peacemaker character at times as well, which I think he's found something there. I think he's found something. I also saw him in Freelance as well, which I thought was really good. You know, not as a film, but his performance I thought was really good. And I think him being a comedy actor, I think, is the way to go. I think his quick wit and his quick one-liners just work for him as a person. So yeah. But as I say, when you say that out loud to somebody, it actually sounds pretty good, and it actually sounds pretty cool, and a decent like watch. And it was, really. I personally felt like it was a bit of a return to like the early 2000s, like a bit of a old school comedy. Like, this is something we would have got in cinemas back in the day, and yeah, it's a bit of a shame that we didn't get a chance to see this on the big screen. As I say, we don't really get to see much comedies on the big screen anymore. But for me, John Cena was absolutely hysterical in the film, and he was really like genuinely really funny in the film, which I thought was fab to have, and he was the best part for me. But as I say, Zac Efron played a decent role. The others as well, Jermaine Fowler and Andrew Santino, were good supporting cast, really, even though they were part of the three. But you can clearly tell they spent budget on John Cena and Zac Efron's characters to get those names in, obviously. But for me, rating the film, what would I score it? Well, I gave it a 3-star. It's one of my favourite streaming movie reviews of the year so far. Absolutely loved it. But yeah, very good. I definitely will watch her again someday. Shame it wasn't in the cinema, but there we go. So 3-star. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more coming soon, and of course I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.